This video is how to spot a libertarian or an anarchist. They're essentially the same thing. Back in the 80s, everybody thinks it's a fashion statement, but it was actually really symbolic. After slavery, I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of people started wearing gold chains, like Mr. T. And he's always saying, "I pity the fool. He pities all you that don't know what he knows." What the chain means, it symbolizes slavery. What the gold symbolizes is money. Well, the gold really is money. So what he's saying is, you guys are trying to tell me that I'm not a slave, but by wearing this money around my neck, I realize I am a slave, and I realize how I'm being enslaved. I'm being enslaved by money. Because what is a slave? A slave is someone who's forced to give their labors to someone else. So a slave will work and have to give 100% of what they make to someone else because they don't own it. The slave keeper owns it. It doesn't have to be 100%. What about 90%? Okay, you're not a slave because I'll let you keep 25%. Or I'll let you keep 50%. No, you're still a slave. If you're not a slave, you should be able to keep what's yours. This is mine, and I get to keep it because I'm not a slave. But if I am a slave, then I have to give it to someone, or a portion of it. Maybe it's only 1%, but you're still a slave. That's slavery. No matter how you look at it, you can't argue the difference. It's just factual. And you're forced to do stuff that you don't want to do. You're forced to get services that you don't want. I don't want to pay for health insurance, and I'm forced into paying for health insurance. I don't want that. I'm a slave. I don't want to pay for unemployment insurance, but I'm forced to pay that. I'm forced to give my income to the government, and then the government gets to tell me what the government thinks it should do with it. So they take the money and they say, "No, you don't get to decide what you get to do with your own possessions. I get to decide because I'm the slave keeper." So what is a libertarian and what is an anarchist? They're people who do not believe in slavery. They're against slavery. It's not like you see the propaganda tries to say, oh, anarchists are people that destroy other people's property. That's not what an anarchist is. That's not what an anarchist is. That's propaganda. An anarchist is somebody who is against slavery. A libertarian is somebody who is against slavery. I'm not saying that I am against slavery, not saying I'm for it, I'm just saying I know. If you like this video, please subscribe and maybe I'll make more.